What's up? You are now listening to Americanized, a storytelling podcast where you'll hear from eclectic first and second generation Americans share their stories and real life experiences as children of immigrants.
Welcome back to Americanized with your host, Roslyn. In this episode, Anne-Kenya and Roslyn continue their conversation. They discuss mental health stigmas among their communities and the importance of representation matters in the therapy industry. Anne-Kenya also shares her life-changing experiences from her recent travel to Kenya. Stay tuned.
So you said you're a mental health counselor.
Yes.
And I love seeing people of color in that field. It's super important just to have the representation. Again, the exposure to your clients, seeing a woman of color for that as well. What was your journey like getting into that field of mental health?
I started a couple months before COVID. I decided, as you know, like I'm a school counselor, and I said, okay, I got bored, so let me go back to school. Went back to school just to get like an advanced certificate in mental health. And I said, okay, I could put both of them together. And COVID happened in that moment. And I said, okay. But also I believe like mental health for me was like, okay, I want to have a better understanding about mental health in a way. Especially, like you said, like a Black woman. And now let me be specific. A Caribbean woman in that field. And we don't have that much exposure. So I said, let me see what it is. Let me learn about it, When I went in mental health, I didn't know so much. I just said, let me just take classes. And from taking the classes and go have internship and also to encounter women from my culture, it was a shock, because Haitian, we don't do therapy. It's like something happened, you hold on to it, you push it under the rug, you don't tell nobody. What they'll tell you, pray about it, right? It could be heavy sometime. But one thing I could say, like to be in a field of mental health, for me, it gave me a better understanding of my culture.
Oh, interesting. How does that work? How did you go from, studying mental health with the contrast of this is not part of Haitian culture to you understanding more about your culture?
They have a lot of stuff so I'll go back because the way my father put Haiti on a pedestal, I'm thinking Haiti is heaven, is paradise, Nothing bad happened there. Despite what happened, like for the exile of, baby dog, we saw pictures, but that's a revolution. That's normal because people want their land, they want their freedom, they want politics. But also when you have people and come and talk to you about trauma, you'd be like, we don't do that. We talk about sexual trauma. We don't do that. They talk about DV, domestic violence. We don't do that because at home, Haitian is they're perfect. We don't do none of that, And for me, it was a shock. It was a shock. I could hear people from my peers said, oh, this is what happened to this person that I know. And I'm like, they Haitian? Are you sure? Because, that's something that I learned from my parents. My father. And from there, I learned a lot to the point that they have trauma that we have. They have some trauma that's collective. And when I did the work on myself, and I'm like, oh, wow, it's heavy. It was a learning experience, and I'm grateful for that. I even asked my mom, I said, how come I never knew that? She said, because your father loved Haiti so much. He just wanted the good thing, you to know about the good, He said when you go back home, you go to the nice places. Yes, you will see people, on the street walking, but everybody's happy.
Mm.
So he wanted to protect you from that image. And I'm like, oh wow. Yeah. But it did help me to have a different view of the Haitian culture, my people, the trauma that we've been through since before 1804, before our revolution, before our independence. Um, this collective drama is heavy from all of us. Some of us know how to suppress. Some of us don't want to discuss it. Some of us don't even associate. But when you have family members and people who've been through this journey, you have to stand with them, right? So you have their back like spine, technically. So yeah.
Mm. Mm-hmm. The trauma that takes place in Haiti, despite your father putting this country on a pedestal, I wonder if, have you thought about the why behind these actions? This is prevalent in African cultures as well. We suppress, we repress, we sweep things under the rug, we don't air out dirty laundry, quote unquote. We don't talk about things. Why do you think that is?
Maybe because, some of us cannot deal with the truth or the acceptance as well, right? Or also if we are the persons going through that trauma, we don't want to relive that trauma. Also, we don't want people to feel petty for us. There's a lot of pride as well and ego, like gender role at the same time. Like, oh, I'm the man, so I'm supposed to carry this legacy, this torch. Nobody needs to know that I went through certain things, right? The same thing, like I'm the woman. Yes, I'm the woman. I take care of the home. Whatever happened in the home, I'm in control of the home, but nobody should know that I've been through this because it might make me less of a person. No, it's not. It's not.
Yeah.
If you talk about it, it might be relief, give you a sense of peace, but also it's all about acceptance. Do I accept this journey, that situation that happened to me in my life? You might not accept it, but the fact is out there, you're able to cope with it differently.
That's right. You're just accepting it and acknowledging that whatever happened did happen, can maybe even shift your perspective on how to cope with it, as you said.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you do a lot of work around trauma and healing?
Trauma, yes. Healing as well, right? When it comes to trauma, some people will come. I call them the tribe. I never call client. I believe it's a tribe, it's a community. And, you just remind them like of their greatness and how impactful they are, just to come to therapy, to discuss or whatever, something that shook the table. And sometimes they will share stuff with you that nobody knows though. And for you to be like a safe space, right? To make them feel comfortable to discuss whatever it is, definitely give them self-grace a lot. And also to tell them like they're breaking the cycle, especially like in the Caribbean culture, even like in the African culture, because I know therapy is not open.
Not a thing.
It's not. It's like, what they will tell you. So, oh my God, I'm going to therapy. Oh no, go to church.
Yep.
But God is not going to tell me something right away to give me the coping skills that I need right away. God is there to guide me and to protect me, right? And to give me my blessing at the same time. But if I need like something now, someone to talk to. So that's another thing. But we're not going to go deeper to the religion because it might shake some table,
I was going to say, this might be something to dig into because
Maybe the next episode.
I'm like, well, I do see it both ways being a Christian, but God does work through people as well.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you're right. God's probably. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. Now you got me. It's true. Yeah, God worked through people as well. I definitely agree with you with that.
Yeah. We can stop there. Don't go too deep into it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can see that being a conflicting argument, or seeing sides on that. I'm curious with mentioning trauma in Haiti and its people and community. Is there any work that you've done around that specifically?
When it comes to the trauma in Haiti, I could say, like, for me, I did. When it comes to my family, to educate my kids, I have 2 beautiful kids. My son and my daughter, definitely have a discussion with them, right? What Haiti been through, the stereotype of being a Haitian, right? How society see us, right? But at the end of the day, we are the foundation of everything. We're the first to open the door for other countries to claim their independence. We have great resources in Haiti. So when it comes to the trauma, definitely, I could say one trauma that I went through is like definitely the earthquake. To see how this beautiful country just in less than minutes just crumble, and also to lost people, someone, and that grief is collective because we all lost someone. Some of them might not lost nobody, but we lost a part of our country as well. All this work, this trauma that Haitian have, we have to work collectively. We have to be together. We have to partner.
Yeah, you saying that does remind me of this quote I heard, and I don't know it verbatim, but something along the lines of trauma is, it's usually not dealt with alone.
No.
Like you said, it's collective. So the healing also has to be collective.
Collective, yeah. And another thing, like the healing, you have to be willing to do it as well. Because healing it's not beautiful. It's not going to be roses. It's not going to smell like perfume. It's going to hurt you heavy. It's going to hurt. That's part of the healing process. It has to hurt you for you to aware, to know the emotion, to say, oh my God, this is what it is. But when you go through that healing to say, this is what I've been through to get to that destination that I wanted to, I could take a breather, right? But healing is nonstop. It's timeless as well. The same way like grief is timeless, It's just like that.
Healing is timeless, yeah. So in your community, in the Caribbean community, do you find that are you like a hot commodity that you are a counselor, or do you find that other people are becoming counselors as well?
No, now, since I be in the field like of mental health, a lot of us are there now. A lot of Caribbean women are there. I will share you like a directory. You could find a lot of Haitian clinicians from psychiatrists, psychologists, licensed mental health counselor, licensed social workers as well. I will share that with you.
That is so good.
Yeah.
I imagine too, like after 2020 and COVID, I'm sure we've seen an uprise in needs for counseling services, therapy, clinicians, everything.
Yeah.
That more people have wanted to be into the field.
I met, when I went to Kenya, definitely met like psychiatrists, therapists from Kenya. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, it's so amazing because when you're whoever your clients are or your tribe, if they look like you, that in itself is super impactful. The person that's helping you heal looks like you. I feel that's so moving in so many ways that I can't even really express, but if you get it, you get it, you know?
Yeah. It's impactful, you know, when I have a new person who will come in the tribe and they say they're Haitian, and I'm like, okay. And I just smile and they say, oh, where you from? I say, oh, you know, I'm Haitian Dominican. They say, yeah. I say, yeah, but we're not gonna bash the culture. We're not gonna. So you know, but definitely, like it's very nice when you have like your tribe, part of your tribe, the Haitian, and you can relate as well. And it's like a learning experience for me because my upbringing, yes, you know, I was born in the United States. My parents Haitian Dominican, but my upbringing is different from somebody. The parents are Haitian as well, you know? It's very different, and it could be the same thing for you too. You know, you come from Cote d'Ivoire, you might have somebody and your parent shares those values and those moral with you, and you have your friend who got a different one, despite you come from the same country. So it's like a learning experience. It's like you learn from each other, and that's the beauty of it.
Yeah, I love those experiences too. It's like, it's just really global. And even if you are from the same country and culture, there are still differences, and it just makes it really wholesome and global. And yes, you can relate to them, but you're still learning from each other as well.
And also you could go like, it's okay to share, like when I went to Kenya and I see like some similarity from Haiti.
And I was just going to ask you about that. Let's get into Kenya.
Yeah. Kenya, the experience to going to Kenya was amazing and incredible, right? It definitely gave me a different perspective of everything, all aspect in my life, you know, and also to remind me the woman that I am, who I'm going to become. I'm still evolving, and it just gave me that clarification. Oh, in Kenya, that's you. In case you didn't know, now you know. Embrace it. And I'm going to put as a little plug, anyone who's dealing with like doubt, uncertainty about certain thing about themselves, you know, sometimes you have to go home. Just go home. When I say go home, I wish I could go to Haiti, but Haiti is like, they're having their little moment right now. So why can't I go? You know? So I went to the other home.
The motherland.
The motherland. If all of us, if like you in a period in your life, you're going through something and you're not sure about certain things about yourself, probably about your purpose, about your vision, your goal, right? Or if you're in a bubble, but you need that bubble to pop, go home. Just go home. Do the connection with yourself, right? When you leave there, it will give you a different perspective about everything. When I say everything, not only you, even like where you come from, like the world we live in too as well. And that's what it did to me. Despite I was there for a mission to provide, like to launch a program of mental health for Travel and Give in Kenya. So the mental health definitely will focus on families of the parents and caregivers that was taking care of kids with disability. Right? When I say disability, it could be autism, Down syndrome, cerebral palsy, and that was the main focus. But also when I got there, soon I got there, I started to cry when the plane landed. And I was like, oh my God, this is home. So it's like, it was home. Like I felt it already, yes. But also the energy when you got there is a different energy. The people, yes, the people stare you. You know the heavy stare? Yeah, they stare you. But at the end of the day, do that make me uncomfortable? Nope. It didn't. I walk, I say hi to people, I smile. And they probably say, whoa, she's really into her element. Yeah, I was home. So it definitely gave me a different perspective. Definitely.
Yeah, the fact that you cried when you landed, I think says so much already. And what you're saying about the perspective shift, I've experienced that going to the motherland, and other people who have gone back to their home countries and returned to the US, I've heard similar things. Like there's so much power in that. It's so special just to get out of America, experience another culture, and come back and really think about your life. And like you said, your purpose. Yeah.
Like your personal vision. We all have a personal vision and your personal purpose as well. So I came back. Yes, I'm still on Kenya time zone. I'm still there, right? But although I came back, it's like a different scene. It's like a different chapter. When people ask me how was the trip, I say I'm grateful and blessed. That's all I could tell you. Grateful and blessed.
We had to be there to know the full extent.
And I said, the feeling I'm currently experiencing, I cannot describe it. You have to go for that. It's like I'm like a kid in a candy store. It's like, oh my God, how many chocolates I could get? Like, I'm just jumping. Like, just the thought, it's like I see myself in a candy store jumping because it's like I want more candy. Will I go back? Yes, I will go back. Yeah.
Yeah. Thinking back on your experiences in Kenya, what, if there is one, the most moving experience you had? The one that sticks with you the most?
The interaction with the people. Yes, the people stare at you, but the energy, like we went out and you could see the people got this joy of living despite whatever is going on. Despite what's going on, they could probably didn't eat for 3 days, but you could see in their face, look, I'm going to push through. I'm here to have a good time. It's carpe diem, one life to live. Let me seize the moment. And that's something that, that was very impactful to me, and how the people open to us, even open to me. They have some people I interact, and probably for them, they probably was shocked, like, she's so down to earth. She's coming from America, but she's there with us. Like, I just walk in and I said, do you need anything? I could help you. I said, oh, I like that. And they're like, wait, you the guest? Oh, no, I'm not the guest. I'm home. Let's do this together.
Yeah.
Let's do this together. Even the interaction with the kids, you could see the innocence in them. The innocence. No laptop, no phone. You see they really enjoying their childhood. The innocence was so beautiful. I could share that they had one little boy, like, they were all playing, and I just turned my head like for 30 seconds. The little boy took his car and put it in the mud. And I was like, don't do that. Well, you could see the joy and the smile just to play.
I love that.
I said, oh my God. But if I was in America, I see a kid doing that, I'm like, yo, what are you doing? Why? The clothes are dirty. And it's like, the child would be like, oh my God, I got the person upset. But this little boy, he didn't care if I was upset or anything. He was just happy just to be in the mud. And I'm like, this is joy right there. This is true innocence. True innocence, and that's all the moment, that was very impactful there. Just my interaction with the people was great. To see, like, whatever the media show us, I'm glad that was not it. I'm glad that they were wrong, and they're going to continue to be wrong. about any countries, any Caribbean countries, any countries in Africa, they're going to be wrong. Somebody got to go and experience it themselves.
That is true. And I really hope that, and maybe this is a stretch, that we are at the point in life as a society that we know that what the media shows us about these countries is false. And that, people are in these countries enjoying their lives. Yes, people are struggling. But there, like you said, there is a lot of joy and innocence in these countries and in these communities. And the people, just to get down to the root. And the people. Yeah. I feel like when I visited back home, I was like, something that stuck with me is how they value their relationship with God. And how that really carries them. And like they rely on like the way they're supposed to, the way we all,
definitely, like you brought it, like they believe in the higher power heavy. And they said everything, like they said, everything happened for a reason, right?
Yeah.
And you could tell, like, okay, yes, today I don't have like $10, but I know God will provide $10 tomorrow and more. And that's like a motivation for them, right? And from there, you just to continue to live. Like they'll do what they have to do, despite, like you said, despite whatever struggle, right? They're very persistent about what they want.
Yes.
And that's very nice. And to experience it. It's like two different type of persistence. They have America persistence and motherland persistence, And I do believe that motherland persistence is like joy, happiness, meaning like there are certain things that's out of my control, but I know it will work out. It's the same here, but here when we have that concept, it's like we still overthinking about it. It's in the back of our mind all the time. Like, okay, so I gotta pay rent, but I'm short. But I don't want this late fee. Like it's a constant, but over there, like, nah, like they say, like, what's that thing in The Lion King? Hakuna Matata.
Hakuna Matata, exactly. Yeah, I like that, that contrast too. I heard this quote, if you can worry, you can meditate. Like if you can be anxious about something, you can meditate about something. And I feel like on one hand we have anxious America and then the meditative motherland. And I like that there's alliteration in both of those. I think that's where we're at. Yeah.
It does. And now I understand when I met someone a couple months ago and she said like she go to Kenya every 6 months. And I'm like, really? She said, yeah. So now I know why she go.
Now you get it. Yeah.
Now I know why she go. Because she go like for the reset, the refocus. Because definitely it's like a part of the rebranding, like right now, I believe everybody should definitely be on the rebranding self mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally. And and going to the motherland will help you in that journey of rebranding. Whatever aspect you want to rebrand yourself, just go there. You don't have to do nothing. You don't have to do nothing. You could just go.
I love you advocating for traveling to Africa. I think I'm with you. I promote it as well. I definitely advocate.
Go home. Whatever you consider home. Let's be, open. Whatever you consider home, right? Because some of us might not go to the motherland for whatever reason, like political issue or trauma, fear, right? Or whatever country you feel that's home, right? Like I said, I wish I could go home in Haiti. I wish I could go and just be there, don't do nothing.
Yeah.
Just be there because I'm there is home, right? But I cannot go. So, okay, I guess God said, "Oh, you're going to Kenya." And when people say, "Oh, Kenya's going to Kenya," yay, I'm going home. It's just like,
yeah, I was gonna say,
yeah,
it's in your name.
yeah, I know. Kenya's going to Kenya. Yeah, I said
There's
it's
your
time.
sign.
I said it's time for me to go.
Mm.
And they have other countries from the motherland I want to go as well because they have like a connection to Haiti. Like I want to go, Benin.
Mm-hmm.
Because they say most of Haitian, this is where we're from. And also
Okay.
they have the statue of Toussaint Louverture over there.
Oh, okay. There you go.
So definitely, I have to go.
You gotta go.
Gotta go. Like, I don't care if it's 30 seconds. I gotta go.
You just gotta go. Step foot in there. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the thing. Like, if people need to rebrand physically, mentally, spiritually, just go home. Mm-hmm. Wherever you consider his home, just go. Home could be California. Home could be Connecticut or Wisconsin, Alaska. If that's what's going to bring you peace and keep you grounded, just go.
Yeah.
Just go.
Yeah. Home is calling you. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I love that. I love that. I love that point to end on, but I always ask, Gats, if you have to share one message with the listeners, what is your final message?
Carpe diem. Always seize the moment. One life to. Another thing about me, I'm going to share, I love Future, the rapper. So one song he said is like, they have another song that said, never stop. And also life is good. Despite what you wake up in the morning, never give up about your vision and your purpose. And remember, life is good. To enjoy every moment of it and embrace it. It's all seize the moment and carpe diem. And greatness always, always. And just remember, greatness, everybody got their own definition of greatness. And that's something we need to break as well, because as people say, but you mean greatness, that means like I'm the top of the world. Greatness is like, you could be at greatness just to hold on to this cup of water. That's greatness right there. Breathing is greatness, we were born great already. We just got to embrace it and accept it. And some of us don't accept it because we compare ourselves to whoever in society who achieve the material stuff, the money, the house, the car, the clothes. No, we were born great. And like I said, life is good and carpe diem and always seize the moment.
Thank you for that. I really love your energy and attitude just about life. And I know that you've always had that even before you went to Kenya. I always noticed that about you. I'm like, in Kenya, you're just like sunshine.
Thank you.
You are.
Thank you.
Just the positivity is always there and radiant. And it's like, and it just sounds so natural for you,
Yeah.
To embrace it.
Yeah, you have to embrace it. You have to.
Yeah. Well, Anne-Kenya, thank you so much for taking the time. I know we stayed on way later than we should have, but I'm so thankful and grateful to have had this conversation with you and grasp your perspective and your wisdom and the gems you threw in this conversation. I'm just really thankful for you and our time together. Thank you so much for listening. I hope to catch you in the next episode. All original music produced by Stubborn Soul. You can find him on all music listening platforms at STBRNSAL.